Hello, Michigan Realtors, and welcome back to the Letter of the Law. I'm Brian Westron, and this two-part segment will delve into an increasingly important requirement under the Occupational Code, broker supervision. Now, we often receive questions about the supervisory requirements under the Occupational Code. There seems to be a general feeling among the realtors I speak with that we would all do well to stay current on the supervision requirements under the code, both to protect the consumer and to enhance professionalism and knowledge in the real estate industry. As realtors are well aware, the work of a real estate salesperson must be supervised by an associate broker. Under the code, supervision of a salesperson requires direct communication in person or by radio, telephone, or electronic communication on a regular basis. The key here is that the broker be available to his or her salespersons when questions arise. Additionally, it provides the necessary connection for the supervisory broker to satisfy all other supervision requirements. 2. Review of the salesperson's reports. And 3. Review of the salesperson's practices. Now, these two go hand in hand. Supervision should mean more than being available to answer questions. Supervision should also involve taking affirmative steps to evaluate how a salesperson is actually conducting business. Now, this means that a broker should have access to an agent's files. Procedures should be set up so that files are spot checked. Does the agent use buyer-broker contracts? Are dual agency situations handled correctly? Are agency disclosure forms provided, and are they provided on time and completed correctly with all of the blanks filled in? Case in point, many firms have a policy where commissions aren't paid unless a signed agency disclosure form is produced. Now, this is a good policy. A better policy would be to also spot check an agent's files from time to time. Agents should view this type of policy not as an intrusion, but as a sign that the supervisory broker is engaged and proactive. 4. Analysis and guidance of the salesperson's performance in regulated activities. Now, this means that a broker should be overseeing the agent's activities that are licensed and regulated by the state of Michigan. Meaningful supervision in this arena means not just providing agents with adequate training, but also checking to make sure that the training is reflected in the agent's work on behalf of the firm's clients. A good example here involves real estate advertising. Michigan has statutory requirements in place for real estate advertising, that it be done in the business name of the employing broker, and that it be done under the supervision of that broker. A supervisory broker should not only provide agents with training on these advertising requirements, but also actually check his or her agent's ads to make sure that they comply with the advertising requirements. For more information on Michigan's real estate advertising law, be sure to check out our 2017 Letter of the Law video on that topic. And finally, the Occupational Code also requires that supervisory brokers provide written operating policies and procedures to the salesperson. Now, implementing written policies is incredibly important for the brokerage because it's difficult to uniformly enforce rules if there are no written policies in place. The existence of policies and procedures also make it easier to onboard new agents with the necessary training and expectations, avoiding costly mistakes that can impact the brokerage as a whole. Now, brokerages are encouraged to adopt and implement written policies that pertain to wire fraud, data privacy, advertising, and social media, to name a few. Now, as a brokerage expands its respective business footprint, it sometimes utilizes branch offices. We're often asked how branch offices should be supervised. Specifically, what a broker should be doing to supervise branch offices and what level of availability agents can expect out of their supervisory broker. The Occupational Code states that if a broker has a branch office more than 25 miles away from the main office, that office must be under the direct supervision of an associate broker who must be physically present during ordinary business hours on a regular basis. Remember that the direct supervision requirement is triggered by the existence of a branch office, that is, a physical location in addition to the main office, which by advertisement or signs is held out to the public as a place where clients and customers may do business. While there is no requirement that a brokerage utilize a branch office, regardless of how far an agent may live from the broker's main office, the absence of an actual branch office does not negate a broker's supervisory responsibilities. Brokers must supervise these remote agents in a meaningful fashion. While many of us have had numerous conversations over what level of accessibility and availability is required to satisfy the supervisory obligations under the code, what is often overlooked in these conversations is just what a supervisory broker should be doing and why they should be doing it. Brokerage firms must remember that they should supervise their agents primarily because, in the end, they are liable for the actions of their agents. Further, an agent that receives the kind of supervision that the occupational code prescribes is very likely going to represent the brokerage well. For this reason, supervision is both proactive and reactive to best position the brokerage for success. As always, thank you for tuning in and watching this edition of Letter of the Law. For more information on this topic, be sure to tune into next month's video, where we'll discuss frequently asked questions related to broker supervision. If you like our video series format and would like to earn legal continuing education credit for watching our videos, be sure to check out CE My Way by clicking the link above. If you have questions or would like to suggest topics for future videos, please send those suggestions to the email below. Again, thanks for watching and see you next time.